Susan and her roommate Hannah lived in a modest two-bedroom apartment in an old building in Brooklyn. It was temporary, just a place to crash while they juggled school and part-time jobs. The apartment wasn't anything special. Creaky floors, flickering lights, old plumbing. But it was theirs. That weekend, Susan left for New Haven to visit her mom. The drive took hours, and by the time she arrived, she was exhausted. That evening was normal: dinner, tea, small talk, and then bed in her childhood room. Everything was warm and familiar. Until 3 a.m. Susan suddenly woke up, heart racing, panic. She was convinced she was in her Brooklyn apartment. She felt the cheap mattress beneath her, smelled Hannah's incense, the same cheap kind she always burned. She even heard the creak of the kitchen pipe. Everything told her she was in her bed with Hannah nearby. But she wasn't. As she slowly came to, she realized she was at her mom's, in her old room. The walls were different. The smell was wrong. And it was quiet. Too quiet. She checked her phone. 3 a.m. By morning, it felt like a bad dream. Intense, but just a dream. Susan returned to Brooklyn the next day. Hannah greeted her at the door, looking uneasy. "Hey, something weird happened," Hannah said. "Last night, around 3 a.m., I woke up and saw you. You were in your bed." Susan froze. "You saw me? I even asked when you got in. You said, around 10, took the bus. I was gonna talk more but figured we'd catch up in the morning. But when I woke up, you were gone." Susan felt the blood drain from her face. "Are you sure? You talked to me, Susan, I swear. You were here." They checked everything. The front door had been locked from the inside. The windows shut tight. Security cams? Nothing. For the next few nights, the apartment felt off, heavier, wrong. And then the footsteps started. Soft, slow footsteps down the hallway. Always at night, as if someone was trying not to be heard. Desperate, the girls called in a priest. He moved through the apartment slowly, blessing each room, mumbling something about residual energy. He told them, sometimes emotions leave marks. Sometimes something comes back, or something else follows. They didn't really understand what he meant, but after he left, the air felt lighter. Until that one night, Hannah had gone to visit family, leaving Susan alone. She put on a movie, curled up on the couch, and started to drift off. Then she heard it. Footsteps. Someone walking into the room. She opened her eyes and saw herself, standing in the doorway. Same face, same clothes, but pale. Eyes empty, lips moving without sound. And that smile, wide, frozen and cold. The room temperature dropped instantly. Her body froze. She couldn't scream, couldn't move. And then, nothing. She didn't remember falling asleep, didn't remember the night ending. But after that, something in her changed. Her friends noticed. Susan became distant, cold, detached. She disappeared some nights and came back looking wrong. Around the same time, the news started reporting a string of brutal murders. No connections between the victims. No motive, just sudden, savage violence. Hannah was the only one who suspected that something had happened to Susan, that Susan was gone, and something else had taken her place. But Hannah said nothing. One night, she opened Susan's door, just a crack. Susan was sitting by the window, whispering, to no one, or to someone she couldn't see. "Who are you?" Hannah finally asked. Susan turned. That same icy smile. "I'm back," she and it's your turn. Hannah disappeared that night, and Susan, she's still in that apartment. But neighbors say, late at night, you can hear two voices inside. One calm, one begging.